Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. Let's take a moment to thank God for this opportunity for me to share a message with you as well as you receiving a message. I'm so blessed to have all the subscribers. I really appreciate you. Without you, well, there's no sense in me being here, right? So thank you so much. And let me see. We want to thank our ancestors. We want to thank our spirit guides, the thousands of angels that God sends to us to protect us and our loved ones, and the archangels. And I think that's everybody. Ancestors, spirit guides, archangels, and the thousands of angels that God sends to us, and thank God. Okay, so let me begin by reading out of the Bible. Get my glasses on. And we'll see what we're going to read today. We are in Luke 15, the parable of the lost sheep. Now the tax collectors and sinners were all gathering around to hear him. But the Pharisees and the teachers of the law muttered, "This man welcomes sinners and eats with them." Then Jesus told them this parable. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Does he not leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost sheep." I tell you that in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who do not need to repent. So I'll read one more parable. This is the parable of the lost coin. Or suppose a woman has 10 silver coins and loses one. Does she not light a lamp, sweep the house, and search carefully until she finds it? And when she finds it, she calls her friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, I have found my lost coin." In the same way, I tell you, there is rejoicing in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents. That's really beautiful. So that's the thing about Jesus is, from what I understand, he spent time with all walks of life, and he showed no difference. His love was the same for each and every one of them, no matter what their status was, no matter what they did for a living, no matter what good or bad that they did. And it's better to spend time with the ones who do not know who God is, or they're searching to find who they are, and they're searching to find God within them, because we are children of God, so we are creators, right? We have the intellect, we have the know-how, and a lot of things have to do with your thought process, being positive, looking into your future and seeing good things come to you, and just figure out how you're going to get there. Meanwhile, God already knows your heart. He knows how you're feeling. He knows if you're deceiving. He knows if you're honest. And God will move things out of your way if your heart's in the right place. And so this one parable about the one guy who was the sinner that Jesus sat next to, he's someone that's worth it to the heavens. They see that he probably did a lot of bad things in his life, and it's Jesus's way to shed light on that man's life to shed light on his situation, to speak to him and tell him there's a better life for you when you receive God into your heart. And it's something like that. None of us were there, so we don't know, right? We can only go by the feeling of what I just read to you and how does it make you feel. So let me move forward. I have one card from the Your Soul Purpose, and today we received the spiritual teacher. And the affirmation, I easily transform and transmute challenging situations. I am aware of the mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical aspects of myself and others. I am extremely intuitive. So some people are just naturally born with that intuition. We all have it, but some people are just born, right? It's like when they're born, they already know. They already know a lot of things. And if they have parents that don't have that intuition, that are not intuitive, it's hard for a child to explain to their mom and dad, hey, this is what I'm seeing, this is what I'm feeling. And sometimes the parents are astonished, sometimes the parents are a little freaked out. It's going to be different for everybody, but your intuitive value within yourself, and I put a value on your intuition, right? Because if you have it and you don't use it for the right reasons, then, what you put out to the universe, you get back. So you use it for the good, of course, God's going to bless you, right? So let me get to the reading. It's under education. Maybe one of you is headed in this direction. Are you inclined to share your perspectives on spirituality to bring comfort to others? Do you empathize with people's everyday issues and larger crises? Everyone is an empath and intuitive, whether you are conscious of it or not. Much of what you do is based on feelings and intuition. The actions you take are also often based on the feelings and thoughts of those around you. When the spiritual teacher and amethyst soul path card drops into your life, be very aware of being aware. Yes, you read that right. Amethyst bids you to remember your natural ability to be aware. Empathic abilities are a key trait of everyone's intuition. As you become consciously aware and know which of your thoughts and feelings are yours and which thoughts and feelings are from outside of yourself, you will develop even stronger intuitive abilities. We all pick up the thoughts of those around us using the 6 intuitive senses. The purple variety of quartz crystal amethyst helps to balance intuition, keeping challenging energies at bay and align your consciousness with the highest level of consciousness available. This card also signals that it is important to meditate and contemplate. Sweep out the old cobwebs of your mind and your emotions with the violet intensity that amethyst has to offer. Transform and transmute anything that is not for your highest good. It is through the use and awareness of the mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional bodies that information is stored and retrieved and then utilized as we walk through life. So again, your affirmation. I easily transform and transmute challenging situations. I am aware of the mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects of myself and others. I am extremely intuitive. And next we have one card from the Native Spirit. And today we have the Vision Quest. Sacred Seeker, take time away from people and situations. Step back, withdraw. Inner truth is emerging in stillness, but first you need to retreat. Know that you are guided. Look for your answers in different ways. The answers are all around you. Watch for signs in the coming days. Trust that your life is being directed. Your native spirit wants you to know. In earth-based cultures, larger questions about life are often answered on Vision Quest or solo retreats in nature. Questions such as, who am I? What am I meant to do with my life? And what is my mission and my purpose in life? Were often answered on quests of various kinds. Even if you don't have burning questions, when this card chooses you, it's telling you to take time away from your ordinary life. Take time to explore the depths of your soul. Your soul knows the truth. Take time to quietude to discover what is. The answers to your questions are all around you, but you must be still to hear the messages. The journey, spend time alone, preferably in nature without your cell phone or the internet, and not even with a pencil and paper or a book. Simply be. Listen to the world around you. Be still. Watch for signs. Open your heart to receive messages from the divine. So I think I just read this card not too long ago, so it came up again. Okay, so now we're moving forward to the Akashic Tarot. And the first card we have is the Three of Scrolls, setting your course. The captain of a ship stands on the forward bridge, surveying the horizons through a telescope. Two officers nearby refer to an unrolled chart. A rainbow colors the sky. This is a great time to broaden your horizons in both your personal and business lives. Do not limit yourself to only one direction. Your opportunities are greater than just what you see. When you widen your scope, you'll find ways to limitless options and boundless wealth. This card also shows a potential partnership or affiliation among three people who can help you or can be helpful on your path. Travel or relocation may be on the agenda too. Okay, so whenever we're reading with the Akashic Tarot, we always have to pay attention to the before cards, if there is any, and then the after cards. Okay? But let's see, Akashic Force. Imagine you are a ship upon the sea. The wind has filled your sails and you cut through the water with ease. Feel the exhilaration of boundless freedom and the assurance of going wherever your will drives you. Where are you headed? Okay. Next, we have the Five of Keys. So you're going to where your wishes are fulfilled. Looks like Five of Keys. So right now you might be in a stagnant position, not feeling like you have enough. Okay, let's see. The scene is a bright and full storeroom, a larder for a sizable and successful estate. Inside are keys and coins, wines and spices. Also within the room are a number of baskets filled with a bounty of fruits, vegetables, breads, flours, sugars, and grains. Even the many windows look out at the expanse of your world. This card is a sign that the time has come for your wishes to be fulfilled and your dreams to be realized. Difficulties may have challenged you for a time, but even in these, victory is assured. There is an abundance of sweet nourishment and acquired lands coming. The keys to the castles are yours. Celebrate. Close your eyes and feel someone hand you a set of golden keys. One of them opens the most important door before you. Open that door and see what lies ahead. Okay, so we go from 3 to 5, from setting a course to wishes fulfilled. Okay, next card is the Three of Forces, the bird's nest. So you're going to where you need to build a home, right? The Three of Forces talks about making room. The spring card upright shows a building. Oh, sorry, wrong one. A strong, sturdy nest cradles a new family of birds as the babies are fed. This card represents the force of creativity and expansion. When you receive this card upright, it is a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding, perhaps your business, your network of friends, or indeed your family. There may be some effort involved. The nest has to be built, and you will need to be open to the additions coming your way. Children may be forthcoming. You may be renovating your home, or perhaps you will be hiring new employees or opening new business locations. Whatever it is, it will be well worth the effort, for the expansion you make will bring great joy. Spiritual expansions may be in store as well. It's never too late to widen your network of spirit family, friends, and guides. The rewards of that kind of expansion are limitless. Now close your eyes and see yourself feathering your nest. What sort of things need to be put in place in order to support the expansion that lies before you? So that's saying, get your house in order, things you're not using, donate or discard. We really hate to just throw everything away, because all it does is go in the landfill, right? So we kind of have to maybe work on having a yard sale, and then giving to people who have less, who are in need, as well as donating to your local nonprofit organization to help maybe the homeless or the Goodwill. So let's see what we have next. We have Major Arcana, the first one for this reading, the Divine Physician, and it's a 6. And before I start reading, I'm going to take a sip of my ice water. Let's see. The Physician, the Divine Physician. The Divine Physician stands before a well, carrying a jug of healing water and sharing his light of healing with those nearby. Upon his robe is the caduceus, the emblem of medicine and healing, called Dion Chek by the Celts. He made the mortally wounded rise again through his incantations of sacred words. The powerful, eternal, healing spirit walks with you at this time. This card indicates that you are moving into a time of magnificent healing on many levels. There's a person who can be a great healer for you, as well as a teacher who shares healing gifts that you can pass on to others. If you don't know this person yet, keep your eyes open. He or she is coming. You may also find yourself being called to help others at this time. Remember that word and thoughts, belief and feelings are key components of healing the self and in teaching others to heal. They are important tools in the Divine Physician's medical bag, so make sure they are a part of yours too. Know that the light of healing shines around you and through you. Such a radiant joy can bring well-being to all. Sense the Divine Physician as he steps in front of you and pours the light and energy of perfect healing into you. Close your eyes and feel the radiant warmth of joyful health and well-being. Own the harmony and strength that fills you. So I have a relative who feels like she's a little overweight, and I actually fluctuate. I can blink and it's like I gained 25 pounds, right? And then I feel like I have to work to get it off, but kind of at my age, because I'll be 62, I don't really have the energy of 40 or 20. So I do walk my dog and I do try to eat right. But I had sent her a message, and it had to do with garlic powder. So if you Google garlic powder, it'll say that somebody did some sort of study of 110 people, and they showed weight loss. So how I have the garlic powder myself, and I've been doing it for some time, and I'm not sure how much I weigh because I don't have a scale, but my pants size had went from a 7'8" to a 9'10". Now I'm at a 9'10", but the pants size, I need to go back to a 7'8". I have toast, just like garlic bread when you're having with spaghetti. I have the bread that I like is the sourdough bread, and I toast it and I butter it, and then I sprinkle a little salt on it, and I sprinkle the garlic powder, and in the morning that's what I have. So the garlic actually will boost your metabolism. So if you have garlic at night per se, then your metabolism's still going to be going at a speed without it. Get it? Because if you don't have it, your metabolism's like at its normal pace or whatnot. But if you have garlic, like right before you go to bed if you want, then during the night it's going to have a good reaction for you. So I actually didn't know this about garlic powder. I just have been craving garlic for a while now, so I enjoy it on my toast. And also my mom, she used to get the avocado, and she used it sparingly, because she had 9 kids, right? But we would have toast with the butter and a thin layer of avocado. So avocado is really good for your hair and your skin, and probably other things. But so I have some avocados. When they ripen, I'll add that on, and then I'll sprinkle a little salt, and I'll sprinkle some garlic powder. It's really delicious. Okay, so next we have 7 of Forces, balance. Now I've even eaten it without the butter. Just put the avocado on the toast and sprinkle the garlic powder and a little bit of salt. Anyways, it's very satisfying if you like avocados. Okay. So it's all a matter of balance and trying to figure out what works for your body. Stay healthy. Okay, 7 of Forces. This card reveals a time of harmony, balance, and justice in your life. A desk holds balanced scales, scrolls, and stacks of paper. Shelves of books grace a wall where a door opens onto a light-filled room. Upright, this card indicates that a time of balance is at hand. All systems, through the body, through nature, and through society, seek to achieve balance. Stop and consider the parts of your life that you can bring into greater balance. During this time, the universe helped you do so. You may have to confront important legal issues. You may have to deal with paperwork of some kind, or there may be a need for legal action regarding property, inheritance, work contracts, custody, or divorce. Be patient and pay attention to details, as technicalities will be important right now. But things bode well, justice is at hand. Take heart at the sight of the golden light that washes over the scene, a sign that all issues will come to light, and that a beneficial and just resolution is coming your way. Just is balance in society, but the Akashic records show that justice is not limited strictly to court and contract situations. Justice and reciprocity are energetics, so the energy you put forth now will return to you in the future. Remember that your energy production is up to you. Continue to be aware of your thoughts and actions. Inner balance now leads to a beautiful destiny tomorrow. Okay, close your eyes and see yourself putting on the robes of a court judge. Look upon any situation in your life that requires a balanced understanding, whether it's an actual legal matter or any other situation. See it with the wisdom of Solomon and determine what to do next. Okay. So when I'm able to get better equipment for this, I'll be I'll be doing more like exercise programs that I'm doing, and yeah, at my age it's important to keep up my muscle mass, right? And that's your muscles, you really need those. They have to stay strong to take you where you need to go. And then other things I've been eating for energy, like spinach. Spinach is really good, just like Popeye, right? Okay, so one of scrolls on track. Someone is on track. You have the opportunity to change trains, or you can continue where you decided to go. One of scrolls. You know, some people have that, their brain is so, I don't know how to say it, strong, that when they remember, like one day I want to remember everything in this book, so I don't need the book. I could just look at the card and recall it in my mind. Anyways, moving forward, a man at the train station looks over his shoulder at the signs that point to other tracks, but he has already looked at his map and made his decision. He lifts his foot to step onto the train. Though travel or a move can be indicated by this card, the meaning is often about your choices and directions. You may have been ambivalent about taking a certain track in your life with regard to a project, a relationship, a career directive, or even a location, but now it's time to decide. Even if you're not quite as assured as you'd like to be, the engine is smoking. There is a direction that compels you, so get on board. You will not falter. Next, we have Six of Keys, the crescent moon. So whenever I'm taking my dog out for a walk, I'm always looking at the moon, seeing what shape it looks like that evening that I'm out. It's just like one of my little quirks. It's like my to-do list when I walk outside during the night. Okay, in crescent moon, a man works diligently sculpting a bust in his workroom. Behind him is a large window that overlooks the rolling hills of a harbor city. The moon in the sky points left, growing to full. It's called the increscent moon. This waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increase, abundance, and growth. Your efforts have combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. If things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. There is a great opportunity for increase and fulfillment in every way, financially, creatively, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do your work and get ready to receive. Yeah, just keep working. Just keep working. Work on your goals. Work on your dreams. Work on your health. There's always something to work on, right? And find joy in it, right? If you look at work as difficult and undesiring, then chances are the result is probably going to kind of show that, right? Okay, Eight of Forces, the lightning bolt. A lightning bolt illuminates a stormy night sky, striking a tree down to its core. Puddles of rain pool upon the ground. This card shows that it's time of splitting apart, a time of loss, disappointment, or even a metaphorical death. You may be feeling wounded, grieved, or gravely disappointed. The loss could be a career opportunity, romantic relationship, partnership, creative project, or friendship. At first glance, the event may seem sudden or unexpected, but in the light that flashes, we see the deep puddles of a storm that has been going on for some time. You've probably been aware of the threat or difficulty at some level, even if you were unwilling to acknowledge it before. Now it's time to accept the situation and not fight what is so. There is benefit coming, but it often takes an ending to bring forth a new beginning and a storm to cleanse the field. Imagine a lightning bolt striking nearby, leaving some destruction in its wake. Now close your eyes and with a deep breath feel the energy of lightning stir within you. It's almost as if the finger of God is yours to employ. How do you want to direct this energy in your life? Next, we have the initiation. Major Arcana 14, the initiation of Count. Sort of. How does that look? Okay. Let's go in here so you don't get the glare. What's going on here? Oh. Okay. Let me find it now. 14. Standing among the pillars within a beautiful temple, the Ascended Master, Count Saint Germain, sends his light and energy to the four-robed people who stand before him. It is time for their initiation. This card represents your initiation. It is much more than a change or even a transformation. It's nothing less than your movement into higher revelations of power, insight, and achievement, and the time is now. Some loss of lower vibration relationships, jobs, or activities may be required in order to fill you to the new heights and power that await you. Your initiation can be aided by meditation and study as well as by connecting to the Ascended Masters with whom you have worked for centuries upon centuries. Know that you have shared purposes and activities with the Masters, even if you are not certain of what they are yet. The disciplines you create now during your initiation and the work that you do with the Masters will lift your service to the world and to all mankind. This is the time of enormous uplifting, first in your energy and evolution, then in your manifest outer reality. The power that you hold within will impact every part of your life. Now close your eyes and see yourself on the path of your initiation with the Count Saint Germain beside you. Feel your energy and receptivity heighten as your vibration quickens, realizing there are no limits or hindrances. What's next for you? I'm getting excited for someone out there. Is this for you? Let me know. Okay, One of Keys, the Architect. So somebody's building something, they're in charge. And let's see, a man and woman in rich Egyptian dress stand at a table filled with structural drawings and measuring utensils. He is the architect of all they survey, and he points to an unseen building in this expensive project. Throughout the scene, many workers toil on foundations, pylons, and palaces. At a mundane level, you could find yourself involved in a building project or renovating and redecorating your home or workplace. Most important, this card shows that it's time for you to step into a position of power. In order to do that, you must recognize your talents and strengths as well as your authority to take charge. An opportunity beckons that utilizes your skills perfectly. Feel the command you have over the great scope of this situation and take charge. Okay, so it's speaking of looking at the next card and how the next card that we pull will influence this architect. However, close your eyes, take a relaxing breath, and move deeply into the authority and confidence that come from your eternal truth. You are in easy command. Feel your talents and power stir within you as you design the destiny you seek. So, I just had an epiphany, and, I always give my advice free. My advice is the best advice in my mind that I could give someone. And I actually help someone really build their business up. I encourage them to seek out a real estate attorney so that they can take the money that they've made and start developing. I gave them different ideas. When I went to see their finished product, I gave them ideas like, if it's 2-story and all the bedrooms are upstairs, why would you have the laundry downstairs? It doesn't really make sense. This particular house had a Jack and Jill bathroom for their kids, and in the middle they had a little laundry chute that went to the laundry room. And I said, well, why wouldn't you put the little wheel thing in where you could pull the string, and you can, pull the string and have the clothes go up so you don't have to carry it. And, or just have the washer and dryers upstairs, And then, well, we were directed out to her dog run, and she said she had to pick up the poop. I was like, your husband's a builder. Like, why wouldn't he just put a drain over here and put the water hose right where you can just put it down the drain, And every house in that area was the septic systems, So, like any septic, you just want to make sure hair or certain kind of papers. You don't want paper towels going down there. They're only really made to digest like toilet paper. Anything other than that will clog your whole septic system, and it'll be a big problem. But what else was there? But yeah, I helped this particular couple with that, and I gave them ideas of purchasing property, that are residential, that eventually will become not residential but business. So you buy a house on a main road, right? And eventually people are going to want to, doctors, lawyers, they're going to want to put their businesses right on that main road. So, well, I find that they did do that. However, this is 2024, and these people, unfortunately, really took advantage of a lot of people. They didn't give anything back. They just took. And I feel like they're getting their just reward, because now the state wants to put in a bigger road there, so they have to sell it back to the state, or actually the state can just take it. So I feel like that's their just reward for how they've treated people in the past, And it's a crying shame overall, but they had the power to do people right. They had the power to treat people the way that they were being treated. If their people were treating them good, they should have treated their people good, right? But, well, sometimes it's a one-way street, and you have to take your losses and move forward. But that was just a quick story. Okay, the Ark of the Covenant, Major Arcana 11. We're 39 minutes in, so I think we're making good time. The stars are shining on a serene desert night. Fires burn before a number of white tents. Inside one of the tents, just beyond the open front flaps, rests the Ark of the Covenant. 2 men sit by a crackling fire nearby. At the most mundane level, this card can represent a beneficial legal contract or title transfer. It also can show successfully working with professionals such as brokers and lawyers. More often, it indicates that you are living true to your own karmic contract, facing your lessons of growth, working toward greater discoveries, and bringing your unique contributions to the world. Your karma does not rule you, you rule it. When the words become too great, taking a rest doesn't break with your covenant. It supports it. You understand the phases of time and energy, and you work within those phases. Some of your karmic directives at this time may involve other people. If so, make sure there is no urgency, need, or personal agenda in play. Do not let yourself get pulled into an emotional drama. Know that the things that require your attention now reflect a commitment that has a far-reaching influence that may impact your present as well as your future lives. So continue to work toward your highest purpose to uphold the sacred covenant you have to touch the world with your light. Now close your eyes and imagine the Ark of the Covenant opening before you. Within it, you see the contract that contains your highest purpose. What is that purpose? Sense one word and one action, and you can take one action you can take today to pursue it. So I am really like a truth seeker. I won't lie about my past. I mean, I'm not going to blob it all out there for you, you know. In time, I will trinkle little pieces of my past out there and try to explain what lessons I learned from doing these things that probably weren't the best things to do. However, it's all about, you know, the experience of whatever it was, the good parts and the bad parts, and how you walked away from it, taking the lessons with you and saying, you know, I did that, but I never want to do it again, you know. It wasn't really worth it. But sometimes you have to experience it, right? You can't just go by a book and say, it says don't do it and never do anything, you know. Sometimes you just have to experience it. The loss is part of growth. It's about falling down and getting up. And, you know, taking direction in your life. And it took me a long while to, when I was younger, I really had the spirit, right? To just go be me and do what I want to do and that sort of thing. And, you know, getting married, and you kind of submit to all these different, just different things that go on in your life, right? Your in-laws, you have to learn to get along with them, and then your own family, you have to learn to get along with them, and it can be trying sometimes, and it's a learning experience, and it's like that in the workplace, right? It's like that when you go grocery shopping. These days, anything can happen at the grocery store, so we just always have to be aware, and we always have to pay attention, and keep life not so serious, but just being aware. It's a balance. So next we have a 15 major arcana, the Muse. The Muse plays a song of upliftment and imagination. The petals of inspiration drift upon the wind, filling the air with light and creativity. This card shows a time of very heightened resourcefulness and inventiveness for you. Any creative project, new or old, can receive exceptional energy now, both from you and from the universe. Call to the spirit muses and let them join you and the creator within to lift your project to the skies. Now close your eyes and touch in with the force of inspiration and pure potential. A swirl of music, beauty, movement, and imagination flow through you and around you. You can give birth to any possibility. Feel this power of creation now. Okay, so next we have 2 major arcana, the Akashic Library. So part of listening to these readings You know, you have to do your own research. You can't rely that everything that I read, I mean, I'm actually reading out of the book, so you can rely that what I'm reading is out of a book. However, if I tell you it applies to your life, you know, you have to do your own research to figure that out. Like if we were doing a private reading, right? I can tell you everything what the cards are saying. However, it's up to you to distinguish how it fits into your story. And that goes for when you are in a group of people and then someone walks away and then these people start chitter-chattering about that person, right? You have to discern, do they really know what they're talking about? You know, you gotta hold on to your feelings, right? Like your gut feelings. Does it really sound like BS, or does it, you know, are they just making it sound like it's real? You know what I mean? Like, is it actual factual? So you do have to go the extra way to either watch that person on your own accord and see if his or her actions are in alignment with what is being said. And then if you find out that it's not, then you have to look at yourself, because if they'll talk about that person, you know that they're talking about you. And it's not a thing about making you paranoid. It's to know that these people are gossipers, and there's reasons why. Whoever has the biggest mouth is the one that's the most insecure. Okay, so the Akashic Library, 2 Major Arcana. Inside a great library, candles cast a glow upon the books in the tall shelves. A sage sits thoughtfully with an open book on his table and a quill pen in hand. Sometimes this card can indicate writing or publishing a book for you, but this card also symbolizes a new initiation, an ability to manifest a new life in every way. You have moved deeper into the Akashic records and to a higher self-awareness. Further investigation may be required, but you now have a better understanding of your old motives and new purposes. It is also a time of heightened intuition as well as greater self-creation. During this phase, all you have to do is add a little conscious effort to write your new records in the Akasha. To get started today, write one simple declaration about the future you wish to create and repeat it to yourself often. Then decide one thing you can do to make it happen and do it. Anything can happen now. The breadth of the landscape before you rests solely on the scope of your imagination and your will to own it. Again, it's talking about looking at the next cards coming up and how it would have to do with this particular part of the reading. However, as you close your eyes, envision yourself stepping into the most beautiful and serene of all ancient libraries. Imagine yourself taking a book from a shelf and opening it to a page. Notice the first word that comes to you. What does it tell you? How does it feel? Remember to visit this mystical library often and tap into the expansive wisdom that is yours. Okay. Next, another Major Arcana, the light of the world. Is this your calling? I think it just might be Major Arcana, number 10. Shining light on the darkness. It really is a wonderful thing. An old sage holds a glowing lantern and knocks on a door with no latch. A young man inside is too distracted to answer the knock. Your divine being is trying to get your attention. All it takes is a moment of your awareness to open the door. Though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself to you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open to your higher self and all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being, who approaches, but it's up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action and knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own the enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step and with every word. You will be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. So, I've been back home since 2020, December 2020. And I actually was in the next town up, Santa Maria, for a bit till I got my place here in Guadalupe. And my friend group is small, very small. And they are really more like acquaintances because through this spiritual journey for me, to get to know my inner self, to focus on my personal healing, I really can't be a full-time friend to anybody. And maybe it might sound selfish, but it really isn't, because we never know when God's going to take us, right? We never know how unprepared we really are the day that we have the judgment. So I try to explain to people that I'm not really interested in, dating men, because I feel like I know who the right one for me is. And I say to God, if the one who I think is really not, then I'm open to whoever God sends my way. And when I meet these different people, I know right away God doesn't want me to, that's not the one for me. Anyways, the other thing regarding socializing with women is my energy level. I have to spiritually keep it high, right? And I can't be around, excuse my French, like cackling women who are talking like things of really not that great of importance, in my opinion. So I don't want to be interjecting how I feel when they're having these conversations that I might feel carry no weight. So yeah, I'm pretty much alone, but I'm good. I have God with me. I have all of you with me. I have my ancestors, I feel. And, the archangels. I haven't actually called on any archangels. I really want to break it down so I know which one does what job, even though it's written in the book. But I want to write it down so when I write things down, I can mentally remember it for some reason. And God's going to bring me who my soul tribe is. And my soul tribe are all of you. I'm sorry about that. All of you out there, And I just want to do this beautiful tarot readings, and I want to help people see their own vision and go for it. That's what life's about, right? We have so many people that tell us, you're wasting your time. Why are you doing that? Where do you think that's going to take you? It's going to take you 10 years or 20 years, or it's a useless cause. You have so many people, oh, you're a devil worshiper, all these things that you don't need to hear. What it comes down to is people believe what they want to believe. And if they're going to church and the churches are saying that tarot readers is of the devil, and I can say that in an honest thing because my grandmother, she really believed that. And Maybe she had her reasons to. I never asked her why, because she was my grandma. But, you know, I believe that it's the churches that don't want people like you to view these readings, because then you might see them for who they really are. And I'm not going to say every Christian is bad, or every Christian church is bad, or all they want is money and they don't really help people too much, because that would be saying all Filipino people eat rice. I got news for you. There are some Filipino people that don't eat rice. Where they're at, I couldn't tell you where, but I can guarantee that out of all the Filipino people in the world, there's probably one or two that don't eat white rice, Put it that way, because now health-wise they say white rice isn't that good for you. You should be eating brown rice. I will never eat brown rice for the rest of my life. I've had it once. I really didn't care for it. However, when I do have white rice, I limit myself to how much white rice I eat. And then, growing up, white rice was breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I always loved my mom's cooking, but for some reason I just got away from eating rice every day. So we're at 56 minutes. I hope I'm not chitter-chattering to you guys too much, but the next card is Seven of Roses, the journey. So someone's on a journey, getting ready to go on a journey. Who is that? I'm trying to go on a journey soon to Texas, so we'll see. All right, a seaport teems with activity as cargo is loaded off and onto many ships. Two women on a smaller tender boat are on their way to the great ship that will take them on their journey. Two men with their trunks and cases wait to follow. This card shows a time for a journey, a move, or a relocation. You may be taking your work or creative endeavors in a whole new direction, whether figuratively to a new industry or literally to a new city. However this journey occurs, it is sure to take you to new places and greater opportunities. Although it may require leaving something safe behind, this is not the time for staying in the harbor. It's a time for finding and exploring new worlds, so get packed. Close your eyes and see yourself embarking on a magical journey. Feel movement swirl around you and anticipation fill you. Where do you want to go? How would you like to get there? Next, we have the King of Forces. Okay, the King of Forces. A man standing by a stream is surrounded by different animals of the woods. Oh my, they're mowing. I'll speak up. A man standing by a stream is surrounded by different animals of the woods. The power of nature is all around him, in the earth below his feet. The water running by and the star-filled nebula in the sky above, yet he is a force himself, exerting calming influences on the wolf and the rabbit, which are natural enemies. Upright, this card indicates the presence of a man who has a powerful and positive energy. He comes with good intentions, gentleness, and honesty resonates from him. If you do not know this man yet, his energy will be coming into your life soon. He could bring support for a special project, a work issue, or just your life in general. He may also be a possible love interest. So in order to be open to receiving a man of honor, make sure you engage in honoring and being tender toward yourself. For you or a man around you, there could be a position coming in any of the careers natural to the King of Forces, such as electronics, astronomy, physics, geology, alternative fuel, any of the earth sciences and new industries. and environmental care, and any activity connecting with the earth energy and nature are beneficial to you at this time. Whether you are male or female, this also reveals an important side of yourself. Feel the balance and beauty of nature and know the powerful force is always moving within and around you. Now close your eyes and sense the King of Forces by your side. Feel universal beauty and power move within you, through you, and around you. Feel how gentle this force and wisdom are. How will you rule the forces and allow them to serve you? Next is the Hilarion, Major Arcana number 5. Seen here with spirit and the implements of study and scientific discovery, Hilarion is a powerful ascended master and a wonderful connection to the font of information that the Akashic records hold. He is the master of research, science, truth, healing, logical mind, concrete knowledge, and the spirit communication. So if you've been thinking about pursuing an endeavor in these areas, now's the time to start. Like the angels and other masters, Hilarion is always available to you, and receiving this card upright is telling you that his assistance is close at hand. If you are working on a project that requires research, a strong academic approach, and attention to detail, it's full steam ahead. It's time to open this master's energy if you have a job that involves any type of evidence detection and drawing conclusions from that discovery. These types of jobs include scientific research, mediumship, forensic activity, the law, medical testing, and more. These and similar activities should be on the rise for you now. This is the time to bring a logical approach to all your purposes. Hilarion is right there with you, blessing you with help, clarity, and direction. Close your eyes and sense the Master Hilarion beside you. Feel your energy lift and your vibration quicken. Notice a new mental energy of alertness and easy understanding. Your mind is open like a boundless sky and everything becomes clear and bright. Bring that brightness to any issue in your life that needs clarity now. Next we have the King of Keys. The King of Keys rides a splendid horse toward a great castle in the distance. He is happy and at ease as he travels home. This is an entrepreneurial man with civil or commercial authority. He is confident, astute, and perhaps overly focused on his work or career. Though he can be very thoughtful and helpful to you in business or financial matters, he is often more goal-oriented than people-oriented. Keep this in mind if this man turns out to be a love interest for you or another. Whether the King of Keys represents you or another, be on the lookout for a major promotion, a heightening of income, or a furthering of career achievements. Careers in finance, real estate, and business are typical for the King of Keys, but management in any industry can be forthcoming. This may also be a good time for self-employment and business expansion for you or a man in your life. With this, let's see. Okay, it's asking you to see if there's a queen here and if they're facing each other. We have 3 more cards. We don't know if the queen's here yet. Close your eyes and feel yourself step into an important position of power and wealth. You become the King of Keys and you feel yourself straighten and lift with a new strength and authority. As you survey your world, decide which part of your life you would like to approach with greater sense of rulership. Next we have the Buddha Prepares, Major Arcana 13. So a little tidbit of information for you. In Hawaii, all the buildings that are built by every new building that's put up there, they don't have the 13 13th floor. They believe that it's a bad number. A lot of people do, but in Hawaii there's no 13th floor in many buildings there. 13 has always been kind of a lucky number for me, so the Buddha sits meditating. The hills in the background are dotted with other people meditating and patiently waiting for him to speak. But he won't move a muscle until he is ready. This card shows a time of inner preparation before action. Before you can reach outside yourself, you must reach within to find your power, your purpose, and your direction. This period of time may feel a little like waiting, and it appears so in your exterior life because some points of action seem to be at a standstill. Really though, you're just taking the time that you require to prepare and to truly step into your power. Do not be in a hurry. The time to act is coming, and when it's here, your strength will be absolute. Close your eyes and reach to the Buddha within. Feel the peace and easy understanding that there is a time to every purpose under heaven. Feel your own sense of purpose stirring softly within you. Soon you will be ready to serve. Next, we have another major arcana, 18th, up in the air. A man and woman gaze with anticipation at a hot air balloon in a bright blue sky. The balloon flies high above the hills, and the contents of the balloon's basket are hidden from view. During this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. You can connect with your spirit guides and the Akashic records and ask for a little insight, but there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. There is too much about this situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not have yet come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or influence the outcome, you might push the outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to your higher infinite self, who will take care of it all. Time is required to know about this matter, and it doesn't matter to your eternal self, whose power and love are always with you for now and indeed forever. What else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. Take a breath and fill yourself with the power of trust. An outcome you seek drifts into the distant sky, and though you don't know when it will be realized, peace is yours completely. You know that it's on its way. And the last card is a fated meeting, 7 major arcana. Well, that's a great way to end it. Let's see. Let me take a sip. I've been talking. Better. A clock tower stands with its hands pointing to just a few minutes before 12. A man and a woman approach each other, coming to meet at the time that was predetermined by their higher selves, who are shown above them translucent and shining. With this card, you are coming to a very important relationship in your life. Either it is entirely new or an existing relationship is being lifted to a much higher experience. Karma from past lives may have brought you together, so it's important for both of you to stay alert. Keep your individual and collective growth a priority and act with deference and compassion to yourselves and each other. If you both honor your karmic course, this could be one of the highest relationships you can know. The card can also show a fated meeting with another about a work situation, a creative project, or an important purpose that you hold. This too is likely karmic. Perhaps it's past life publisher, a spiritual teacher, a brother, or a sister. Whoever this is, it's a powerful and promising relationship. So get ready, it's almost time. Okay, take a deep breath and fill yourself with the expectation of someone special coming. Feel the excitement of this important approach. It's someone to know, to hold, and to help you. This person is almost here. Claim it as yours. I claim it as mine. That's the end of our reading. Thank you so much. I'm sending you love, light, peace, joy, happiness, harmony, and healing. All the goods, okay? God bless, and we'll see you on the next time. Aloha. And please like, share, and subscribe, and give me a comment so you can pump me up for the next reading. Thank you. Bye-bye.